This is an exciting moment for the District of Columbia. There's a lot going on. We are a growing, thriving city. Our population is growing. We are becoming safer and safer every day. We have a workforce that is becoming increasingly proficient in what it does. Increasingly, our education system is becoming competitive. We are fiscally stable at this stage. In essence, we are a great place to be. First of all, we know that the federal government continues to be a hugely important part of our economy here in the city. It will continue to be, but the desire is to really diversify. If we're going to be able to continue to grow and flourish and thrive in the District of Columbia, we've got to be competitive, and this is one of the ways to be able to do that. We have some great universities here, universities that are working with us on this project. President Knapp, President DeGioia, and Dean Guthrie, I want to thank you for your outstanding leadership in helping us move this to where we are today.
Now, the reason that we're here today is we're here to talk about the 5-year economic development strategy. We also are launching a new era of collaboration between us and our universities. And I think that's probably the most important part of this. How do you harvest that powerful knowledge that resides in our institutions of higher learning in this city? And in this process, we have recruited some university leadership. Just in simple terms, I cannot thank these gentlemen enough because they not only committed their time, but they also have drawn in a tremendous resource, which are their young, talented MBA students. So if you get a call from someone with sounds like a young voice, vibrant and interested and curious, it's probably one of our MBAs trying to get in contact with you, to sit down with you, and to talk about the future of the city of Washington, D.C. But working with the university leaders in the business schools, we figured out a way to do this for a total of $400,000. So that is leveraging your dollars 10 to 1. I just want you to know that. We're leveraging your dollars 10 to 1. But we're going to go one better. We got $100,000 from Sandy Wilkes and the members of the Real Estate Roundtable to help us with that. So it's $300,000 from the city and $100,000 from the private sector. These are the targeted sectors. The federal government sector, as you all know, largest sector in the city, 240,000 jobs. The professional services sector that includes finance, insurance, real estate, over 100,000 jobs in the city. Eds and meds, education and medical institutions. This sector is one of the fastest growing sectors in the city. We want to make sure that we capture it. Hospitality, as you heard just a minute ago from Greg Odell, just hit the $6 billion mark. And there is more to go. I mean, we really do have some upside in this area. Technology, I mentioned to you that in the last 10 years it's grown 50%. We want to grow it another 50% in the next 5 years. Retail, we are one of the most under-retail major markets in the country. Real estate and construction is probably the best leveraged asset that we have. Because what it does is it allows us to create a volume of space to bring in new tenants, new customers, and new residents. So it really is kind of like the perfect, kind of bringing together of opportunity and demand. So we're in June right now, and we've already started our process. Our students are already interviewing people. They're already collecting data. We've set up a continuous process of not just gathering data, but also analyzing the data. In addition to that, our model is in place, and we are expecting by August 20th, which is my birthday, which is a nice birthday present, to have the first draft of the plan, right? Dean, yes, got that right? Okay, it's August 20th. And then by September, middle of September, we should have the draft completed and in final form and ready for review by everyone.
Now, I know that I speak for all of the business school deans participating in this important project when I say that it is truly an honor to serve in such a way. When I arrived in the nation's capital 2 years ago, I dreamed of being a part of a business school that took very seriously the issues of deep embeddedness and service, thinking very deeply about partnerships and the ways in which we could play a role in working with the private sector and in working with our communities to actually build something great and actually really fulfill our role as being servants of the community. It's an interesting thing being a business school dean at this very moment in time because in many ways, of course, this society embraces the notion of business better than any other society in the world, perhaps. But we have real problems when we think about issues of public-private partnership. We're locked in a debate about who's right and who's wrong, and instead, what we really need to be doing is coming together and working on the problems that we face. Now, what I didn't know before I came here was that I would meet up with a group of colleagues, a group of deans from universities from around this great city, who think exactly the same way that I do about being servants of the community. And I certainly didn't know that I would land in a time that an administration like Mayor Gray's administration would be so ready to embrace what we wanted to do. And it has been such a pleasure to work with this administration and to work with this team to really figure out what we can do. Now, we all believe in deep partnership, a deep partnership between higher education and the city, and we believe that this is a remarkable moment. It's not just a remarkable moment for Washington, D.C., and you can feel it in the air. You can cite all the statistics, but it's more than that. It's just a feeling about how wonderful this moment is. But we also believe that this is just the beginning. This is just the start of a new model, as was mentioned, that we want to participate in every way that we can. I know Mayor Gray, Deputy Mayor Hoskins, Councilmember Brown, I guess he left. On behalf of the deans, our students, and our institutions, I want to thank you for making us a part of this process. We won't let you down, and I can say that today and from now on, I truly am proud to be a Washingtonian.
Mayor Gray, I know that you want this unique collaboration to be the time and place for bold thinking and creative, fresh ideas, that you want an economic development strategy for the 21st century. And we're about to embark on a journey of public service that will be profoundly important to the well-being of our city, and I might add, deeply satisfying for all of us on a personal level as well. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor.